Alright, to wrap up stage 3. Let's see, what do we got? Well, Magnus is long gone now, so let's not dwell on it. So we got a speed record. 260.8 is the speed to beat, and it's gonna be, of course, at the shorter one, the junior course here. Let's see. We'll find out how difficult it is to hit that speed. So we're gonna need something like 261. Since, 260.8, where are we kidding? That's more like we need 261. Alright, so this back stretch of the circuit really, I don't think, provides as long of a straight as it does in the front. So we'll see. If this does not work out, then of course we can turn around to stretch, make this main straight longer. Basically, we can, if we turn around at the beginning, then we can take advantage of the full straight, because otherwise right now I'm not even gonna be close to what I need to hit, since they, when you cross the finish line, well, it's the finish line. Alright, so 244.8. So I've got what? To get to, what's it, 260? 261. So that is what I need, like 17 kilometers per hour more, right? Dwelling in the bottom here. So alright, at least I know running normal, there's no chance I'm going to be able to hit that kind of speed, no matter how clean I make it. So we'll have to do one of these alternative strategy, having to turn around, since they don't put any time limit on this one. We can take as much time as we want to set this speed record. So we'll see if this makes much of a difference. So if we go like kind of a full back straight, we can reach probably could reach about 240, so that's not as fast. Of course, back stretch not as long as the front stretch, because it's, the way the track is laid out. So, alright, let's see. 261 is the target to hit. So we'll just see if we can make this stretch longer. Oh, that's not gonna help. So in this case, it's gonna be all about how we clear the parabolica without skidding, and at the same time carrying the maximum speed. So yes, the balancing act. So by stretching bouncing off the wall not helping, since they did mention no off track. So that's another thing that we'll have to be careful as we slam into the wall there. And I still have a couple of extra cash upgrades that I have not put in this car that deals with the acceleration, and in case of exhaust, it does deal with increasing the top speed. So maybe we need to think about those, but before we worry about spending anymore, let's see how much we can actually get out of this car as is. So we know this backstretch doesn't really work, so we'll just turn around and figure out a launch spot. How was the beginning of this little red strip? Seems like a nice landmark to use. then of course we wrap around nice and tight. Once again the skidding. Let's see. So tail is spinning out, so that means what? I'm oversteering. Of course, that means the angle is too steep. Because if I don't steer that way, I will go off track, just straight out. So I do need to maybe swing out, go further into before I'm. Basically, I probably turned in too early, so I should give it a little bit more space before I turn in. Alright, anyway, that, well, the speed didn't quite make it to what I needed to set anyway, so we'll just do some more practice runs here, try to figure out optimal launching spot, as well as the optimal line through the parabolica here. So last one I turned in too early, so I think launching spot is okay. This beginning of this little red rumble strip on the left side here. So alright, let's try it again. This time we'll push in a little bit further, the curve a little less sharp. There we go. Stay on track. And let's see. So we're hitting about 247 when we pass the finish line. And 256 and change. Alright, getting closer, but not enough. I mean, that's, I think, the best I was going to be able to get there, and still lacking, so I'm going to have to get this exhaust upgraded and see what happens. For now, we'll have to wait a bit here, so we'll return in a moment. Alright, I ended up getting both exhaust and tires and wheels upgraded because I wasn't just getting enough boost there. And by the way, you cannot slow down these bot speeds there. No matter how many times you try, they're still gonna be set at 260.8, at least for me here. I don't know if you guys have a different target speed to beat. Sometimes when you purchase a lot of gold upgrades, those target speed does come down. So not only is your car getting better, but the target is easier to beat as well. So I guess they appreciate your business. So, alright, so we got a couple of extra upgrades here. Let's give it another go, see how this turns out. I think I am pretty content with the launching spot, because I can go flat out from here without worrying too much about cars skidding or going off track. And of course, as soon as I say that, I might just go off track, but no, the car's got pretty decent grip, especially with the tires and wheels upgraded. Much better handling, even without investing any into suspension upgrade here. So we're able to hit 248, and then I think I got to 258 and change, but that was all she wrote this case, and of course bounced off track again. So let's see, should I pull back further? What else could I do? Should I slam into further left side of the wall at the end of this straight, or would the right end give me longer straight? I don't know. See, the little things that you have to figure out. But either way, I don't think it's gonna give me enough to quite get through. So we'll see. Alright, so now that maybe I should pull back a little bit further for launching spot now that I have that little bit extra grip from the tires and wheels upgrade, so give it a little bit more length to our run. And just fishtailing just a little bit there. That might cost me this run as well, but this means I'll have to try this again depending on how this goes. Yeah, I'm not hitting as high of a speed. 257. Yes. That was a failure, I get it. But for now, maybe it's time to contemplate some more upgrades. Engine is 20 gold. Drivetrain 18 gold. Does give me a little bit of a pretty decent boost. And body is 15 gold, so the cheapest one here is the body. But the boost I get is slightly less, and then exhaust, it does cost more, but I'm not getting as much. So let's go with body, and then of course that unlocks the next tier of cash upgrade as well. But for now, let's see if we can do with just that gold upgrade. And apparently I couldn't buy myself the lower speed here. Apparently that's not enough to bring the speed target lower, but hopefully the mighty gold upgrade will be enough to get me past this goal, maybe, and get me finish up this stage, since the next stage is already unlocked at this point, stage 4, so I got some ways to go here as well. Alright, so once again, give it a little bit more distance, hoping that the grip will hold. And nice wide turn, very good. Nice clean run, and let's see what kind of speed I manage to hit when I go get past the finish line. 250, I like that. 260. But you know, obviously the bounce was a little much. Alright, that is looking more promising though, doesn't it? I mean, we did hit 260. It's not 260 point whatever, I don't know. I couldn't see because obviously I got disqualified for going off track from that bounce. So, well, let's try it again. But I think we might have a winning formula here. Maybe. Just maybe. Anyway, so we'll start a little bit behind that red rumble strip, just a little bit. Maybe a half a car distance, maybe. Kind of difficult to see that in chase view, isn't it? Alright, nice and steady. Come on. Let's see, 250, about 250, 260. But looks like I am able to get to the third place, but not enough to get to the top. So what did I... Oh. Maybe I should finish that lap so I knew exactly what speed I got. But I was better than the third place. So, getting pretty close. But obviously, close doesn't cut it. So, alright. Well, we still have some service remaining on this car. Let's see if we can break that speed record with the current setup, which has already costed me whopping 15 gold, not to mention the, as they call it, the mountain of racing dollars here. Alright, we'll pull back a little bit further this time, since I feel like I am pretty darn close. Now the question is, of course, will the car hold? Oh no! Yeah, that was my concern. Alright, maybe I cut across too early on that one as well. Alright, we know the drill. Head back to the launch spot and let's see if we get lucky this run. Alright, that's good. Let's turn around about here and try one more time. So a little bit further back, about there, and here we go. Alright, so need to go a little bit further straight here before I cut across. There we go. I think this one will hold. Oh, that's close. Yeah, we'll see. That was swinging almost to the end, but I'm not so sure if I got the better speed than the last one. And looks like I didn't. That's disappointing. And of course, that does put the car in red. So, you know what? It's just racing dollar upgrade. I'll just get it. But it does take 4-hour delivery or research and development. So, and also the car needs to be serviced as well. So, you know the drill. I'll return in a moment. All right. Finally, now that we got a few more upgrades than when we started here, let's have another go at this. Alright, so with 7 upgrades, including the 3rd tier upgrade in body, I'd expect this to be a cakewalk. How about it? Alright, I'm still gonna have to rely on this tactics of having to go back at the beginning to extend our main straight. Because, yeah, you're gonna need, if you want to do just straight up normal speed record here, I feel like you're gonna need quite a few upgrades, at least 3rd tier upgrade across the board, which would cost you quite a bit more gold than 15 that costed me here. But here we go. So this about the same or comparable launch spot, using that red rumble strip as our kind of a reference point. And let's see. Alright, so quite a bit cleaner. And and then I hit 250 a little bit easier than the last time. Oh, look at that! 261, there we go. That is a go. Alright, so we'll finish the remaining lap here, so we can register the top speed and finally be done with this rather expensive stage 3 that has ended my dream of 0 gold campaign here. So we'll see how the remaining 3 stages turn out, but for now that will do it. 261.44, so that's a pretty decent lead for this event. At least I feel like it, considering that I was hovering under the best I got was like 3rd place finish. So all of a sudden that extra upgrade just giving me the badly needed boost to get me the extra 1 kilometers per hour or so. Anyway, that does it. So I just needed to get that body upgraded to the 3rd tier. I wonder if I upgraded the other elements like suspension and brakes, which actually oddly enough does help with the grip, if I would be able to start out further back in the hindsight. Anyway, we get 5 gold back, so that's good. Alright, so Magnus's face. Alright, so he's long gone anyway. Go get that coffee, sounds good to me. And alright, so we'll continue with the next stage.